After a bloody good day out to a comic book convention, I decided to whip out the old Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter game that I've got for the PlayStation 1. Now, after the game had booted up, I decided to just go with the first option, Battle. Now, like a lot of PlayStation 1 games, it does suffer with awfully long loading times, but when you get to the character roster screen, there's 17 to choose from. I went with Spider-Man and Ken, and just chose manual and then turbo. As you can see, the game's really nice to look at. The graphics are absolutely beautiful. I mean, the sprites really do stand out, and the sort of hand-painted background behind it. It looks a damn sight better than this Spider-Man that lives in an alternate universe. Clearly them pair didn't really hit it off. Right, okay, let's talk about the game again. Like I said before, the PlayStation 1 version was released in 1999. It received positive reviews, but nothing compared to the arcade version. This was because the tag team battles were removed. It didn't go down well with critics, especially because they could get a purer version of the game with the Sega Saturn. Now, the PS1 did have 3 exclusive modes added to it that the Sega Saturn version in the arcade didn't have. These were Training, Hero Battle and Crossover. Now, Hero Battles is kind of an endurance mode. Crossover is where the player and computer use the same team. It also has a gallery mode that once you've been unlocking stuff you can check all that out. Marvel vs Street Fighter is actually a sequel to X-Men vs Street Fighter, released a year earlier. I've never played that, so I can't really have an opinion on it, but I'm not a massive fan of X-Men. I've certainly preferred seeing characters like the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man over simply X-Men characters. Now, with Marvel vs Street Fighter, it's the first time Capcom decided to use the gameplay mechanic Variable Assist. This is where the second character that you chose from the roster gets to perform their special move. It's now a signature gameplay mechanic that Capcom use in all their crossover games. Now, I didn't realise this, but the character Karen can be found in the game's code for Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter. The reason why this is interesting is she made a debut a year later in Street Fighter Alpha 3. Now, the game's obviously great to look at, and it's always fun to watch the Marvel dudes and the Street Fighter lot join up. It's clearly a treat if you're big into these types of fighting games. However, I'm not particularly, so it did begin to feel like other games of the genre after a bit. Still had a damn good crack playing it though, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone that's into this kind of thing. Now, aside from the fact that the PlayStation 1 port was the most poorly received of the three, it did still receive positive reviews. On that note, I'd say it's a PS1 game worthy of having in your collection. Well, thanks a lot for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you again next time.